What's going on, YouTubes? Oh, geez, RC's here coming at you from the RC Corner, aka the office. Yeah, right, whatever, huh? Episode 162, how do we know? Because when we get old, we got to write stuff down, guys. But 162, and we're going to try doing these quick and as painless as possible. I really am, because I like to get through a couple of these tonight if I can. I really need to get them done. This is work that's been on the back burner. Well, not really. It just sort of kind of happened. I mean, yeah, it just sort of really kind of happened because today is Friday, November 7th at 8:36 p.m. in the evening. And, yeah, got some Expel Gaming going on in the background. The big Grubster up here and the mighty Problem. And if you guys remember from the video, the Problem, he kind of blew up his spur gear. Like, he finally chewed it up, which is not really that big of a deal because it's been on there for quite a while. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and accept that with what it was and move on from that. But along with that, as you see, this is the busted fuel tank that was on Grubby. Because if you watch those two videos, you see that this is Grubby's fuel tank, which took a crap as soon as we tried starting him up when we loaded up the fuel. That's why I'm not one of them people that does that. I don't believe in snapping the caps, because when you do that, there's things in here that are clipped in there, dudes, that's not good for. So you'll never see me do that shit like that. I try closing them as easy as I can. You know, I might drop one once in a while a little bit, but I don't crack them all purpose all the time. But anyway, that one fell apart. Luckily, the Problem ate up his spur gear, so we got to cadaver his fuel tank and stick it in Grubby for Grubby to get his run on. So now we got to put the Problem's fuel tank back in the Problem, and we have another fuel tank over there for Grubby. So we'll get all that done in a minute. But right now, we need to also clean or replace the one-way bearing back there because it is toast. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the engine out completely, and so we don't have to take the rear end out and all that kind of stuff. We're not going to dig that deep into it. We're going to just take the engine out from the bottom, take the exhaust off and everything like that, and dive into this, get the one-way replaced in the back or cleaned up or fixed or whatever it might need at that moment, and we will go from there. But hope you guys are all doing good tonight. Appreciate and love and respect each one of you guys that are stopping in right now and watching this video take place. You guys' support, man, just means so much to me. I love it. And like I said in the last video, a few videos back, you guys excuse the breathing, guys, my nose is extremely plugged and I'm not a mouth breather, so it's hard for me to get oxygen in through my mouth. I always breathe through my nose, but weather's changing. Supposed to snow here, it's crap outside, everything else. So with all that being said, I gotta breathe through my mouth and it's hard to get enough oxygen that way. But anywho, big support, like I said in the last video, from followers and subscribers that I have that I value so much. You know, like I talked about, you know, Miss Mona does a lot, and Pala J and Nitro Pimp and guys like that, and Rinks and Urban Legend, and I'm not trying to leave anybody out, guys. You guys all know who you are. I'm just saying in general, the all-around general support from the community is just amazing, and love all you guys for the continuous help that you guys always show and give the old man here. Okay, here we go. We got him out of there. Something else just fell out too. What was it? Yep. So we should have had another one fall, because there's only one and there's three. Did the other one make it to the floor that I didn't see? I don't see it down here. I mean, we have more of them. I'd like to know where that one went real quick, like. It'd be kind of nice to have it. Oh, there it is, back here. I knew it was back here someplace. So, okay, we'll leave that back here. Get in here, wipe this plate off. You know the rule. If you can see it or touch it, wipe it off. Give it a little bit of love if you can. Now I should be able to zip that off. Fairly easy. And I'm putting a steel one on because I only have steel 47, even though I'd really like to put a composite one back on here again, but I don't have one, which I thought I did, but I don't. So we're going to put this steel one back on. We can leave all that there. That's good, that's good. Got a new pad. Have to pop that brass bushing out of there. Get him on here. Sorry guys, if you can't see, you know OG can't either. But new glasses are supposed to be this week, so pray that they do pop in this week. So maybe I'll be able to see a little bit better. I haven't new glasses in almost 10 years, guys, and anybody that wears glasses knows that's just crazy. Yeah, we're not supposed to do that. But oh well, it is what it is. So the new lock will be able to see a wee bit better. Oh, that sucker's not wanting to come out of there, is it? I don't want to go through the trouble of putting it up here in the vise and knocking it through, because then I gotta, hopefully I get lucky and find it when I knock it out of here, which is exactly what's going to happen. I'm putting this up here and then popping this like this. Got lucky, boys. Shut out right on the table. It did. Brass bushings back in. Pliers, wrenches, punch, Phillips screwdriver. And get the old pressure plate, clutch plate back in here. And, I knew it was going to do that. That's a pain in the ass about this. Put a little grease on there to get it to stick. Does help. There. Boom. Okay. Like, wait a minute, buddy. You don't go on there yet. And what do? We don't let that slipper plate come off there yet. Get the old wrench on it. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, look how low the problem's setting, guys. He is squatted down. That's why that mug, he handles so good. Does he ever handle so good? Got his new sneaks on. Now we got to get him a new shirt. Okay, that should be tight enough. It is touching. Ba-boom. And now we can come on to this. Get him over here and see how fast we can do this. This thing is Mac nasty. The back of it is anyway. Bearing's good. Oh yeah. Clutch is looking okay. That bushing's shot. We'll look into that in a minute after we get done with this. One thing at a time, sweet Jesus. One thing at a time, sweet Jesus. Big shout out to my boy Raw up there in Canada, my Canadian Savage brother, also the T-Max or the Revo runner and T-Max runner. And E Savage Runner and everything else he does up there, just a bashing and sending them, and yeah, he's doing good. Big shout out to my boy Rinks. Brother Rinkster's there, got his ramp. He's official now. He's part of the Bashers Club now with the big Fresh Park ramp. Had his video out today. Yep. Sending the Quake off that. Yeah, now he can get out there and send them and have some fun like the rest of us here. Yeah, that looks like crap. Alright. That looks like crap. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, that's bad, boys. That's bad. Use me $300 paper towel here. That's bad, boys. Okay. Yes, we're going to scuff it up. I think we've replaced the problems one time before. So it's not like it's a new thing for him. We've had to do that before. So let's see here. Okay. And what a lot of guys don't know about these back plates is the gearing that's inside these two, okay? And the gearing that's inside here is also a little crazy sometimes, because the gears in here will break off or they'll chip off. And that'll also make you have some major problems when it comes down to you. It's 11 minutes in. 11? Yeah, 11 minutes in. Not trying to keep track of the time too bad, guys. I really don't care. I'm going back to making videos. I always have made them. You guys have never complained about it. I make an hour-long video. Make an hour-long video. 20-minute video. 20-minute video. I think we just lost one of the keys right there. I can't see it in there. He might have a little bit of use left in him, guys. Maybe. Maybe. Swing that over. Grab you little Q-tip. In the perfect world, I'd have me a little bowl sitting over here with some alcohol or something in it. Some can brake fluid, not spray. And I'd have this thing soaking the whole time I was working. Oh, Exposed got Brookie. Little cute wife, they're about to have a baby on there. I love them too. They're so awesome. Love YouTube. Positive YouTubers. Love positive YouTubers. Alright, boys. I think this is going to hold up. I think it's still got some life left in him. So, break out the old, not the 600, the old 1200. And where are we at here? Yes, OG's a gamer too, guys, in case you didn't know that. I have 3 main loves in my life. Well, I had 4, but my pup was my first one. But my 3 hobby loves are fishing, RC cars, and gaming. I've been gaming for almost 30 years. Well, gaming since the Ataris first came out back in the 70s. A lot of you don't know anything about that. But, yeah, I've played them all, owned them all. Competed in a lot of tournaments for gaming too. And, yeah, I still game. Call of Duty, all that stuff. Dead Space are my favorites. And, so forth like that. So, yep, the OG likes his gaming. Keeps me busy in the wintertime. Okay. We'll call that square. We'll call that square. They're going to bite now? Oh, it bites now. So, we know we've cleaned him just like we did, which one did we do the other day, guys? Paintball. We took paintball apart and cleaned him too. So, we know that those two, if it happens again, need to be totally replaced. Now this is where we're going to dive in here a little deeper than what I did on paintball. We're going to make sure the gearing in here is cool, and we're going to clean the gearing out good. And go from there. Tap, tap, tap. There's your gears. And you see, none of them are broken. Every once in a while, you'll chip these teeth. And of course, when it hits that bad spot, it will make it lock up. It will make it lock up. When that happens, nothing works right. So, get in here, clean them up real good. Maybe we can get some more runs out of him before wintertime hits, and most of them get put up for wintertime, or they don't get ran as much, and then we can get a new one way out of him. Like we don't have new ones, we got a bunch of them right there in that bag. So there's that. Nothing over here. Here's the gears. That. The drive gear that comes off your roto start. Don't lose none of the screws, which are kind of valuable. And drive key goes to the outside, of course, because that's where your roto start goes in at. And these, you can try to put them in the other way. They will go in that way. And they do sit down in there like that. But these are grooved, so that's made to sit down inside there. And when you try putting them back together, like this, it'll either fit or it won't, because it won't fit the other way. So I run them through just till they're about a 1/16 of an inch, maybe a little less, a little more, popping through on the other side, where it kind of gives it a guide where to go. Except these two up here in the nose. Those two up here in the nose, you can tighten those down. Not too tight. About like that, about like that. Stick your driver in there. Yeah. Everybody's like, well, there's no grease in there or whatever. Believe me, that's going to get lubed up more than enough, fast enough in there as it is. Plus anything in here is going to get on that one way. So I like to run it dry. Because it'll slick up on its own, believe me. Okay, put one way on there. Boom. That one's in there. It's tight. If we get the other ones too tight too quick, if that happens, you'll pull the harness away and it won't line up right. Like this one right here does not want to line up now. See? That one doesn't want to line up right because this one's too tight. So back that one off a little bit. Enough to get this one started. Can't get this one to start. So we're going to try to run it up in there. What's that? It's not going to be you either. It's this one. So let's zip him off. Zip him off. We can get it to bite. See, it doesn't want to bite. There we go. You see all the dirt and stuff coming up from around this? Because it just naturally pushes it all out. Like that. And these. Like that. Okay. Now, wipe that stuff off, if anything. Reach over here and grab one of your little brushes. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Put our brush back in there. Now, get control of the mess. That over there. The big gun's back over there. You're done, so you can go back in here. Boom. You're done. You're done. You're still needed. You came off there on the 3 mil, so we're going to need you here in just a minute. So you're going back there. There's our bolts. There's our pipe hanger. There's a rip bag we use for the spur gear. No longer need that. Air filter's grubby, but will work. Now we're going to... My other one's up top. I don't really feel like digging for it. It's easier to use this one. Test run. Nope. That's why you test them. To find out. Oh, that is why you test them, to find out. Nope. So now we undo it and find out what happened. Because whatever it was, wasn't supposed to happen. Get it off. There's the one way. There's that. So now we test this to see if we got it backwards. A little loose. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do exactly what I said that I wouldn't do. We're going to grease it. Or I'm going to drop oil in there on it. Which I might drop some 3-in-1 on it. Just like this. I think I seen where that fell. And some 3-in-1 oil. A little bit better. A little bit better. There's that. Put that in there. Get that past the hump. Tampon out. Works like it's supposed to. I can even smell it. Okay. Let's give him a fresh tampon. What do you say, guys? Well, not a fresh one, but definitely better than that one. A little better than the other one. Not much better, but a little bit better. Boom. Everything's then locked tight. Tight and right. Now we're going to pop this out of here. Put this back in here. Hand tighten this a wee bit more. Just till it grabs. Right there. Right there. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Done. And we're going to need you, so. The bottom graces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. You know, I didn't want to. We are 27 minutes in, guys. We're going to make this, try to make it quick. And I don't know about this because I put all that hardware that I brought home. I put that's out of my truck right now. That is out of my truck right now. So I don't have much in here in the ways of shimming this, making it better. We'll see what we have to come up with though. That was a brass bushing. They got extremely watered out. Springs are all good. They're not damaged. Shoes are good. They're not chipped. That all looks good. Bearing is good. Outer bearing's good. Inside looks good. So if we had a couple more washers, we could make that definitely a lot better than what that is. So let's get back in this box right here. Oh, you guys keep hearing me bitch about this jar here. Yeah, it's close. It's close to leaving, trust me. It's close. It's close. Not in there. In here. In here. There's a thing here. There's a few things now. Let me try this. I wonder if those crank shaft washers on the same size. If they are, guys. Oh my God, it's going to be such a bonus. Oh, they're so close. I mean, oh, like I could run a drill bit through there and they would be perfect. We got to remember that. Yes, we do. We have to remember that. They are perfect, almost. Yeah, we have a lot of those. So, yeah. Uh-oh. I hope that's not a needle bearing piece for me smacking that needle bearing on the table. If it is, the problem's going to have a short-lived life, guys. Come here now. Come here. No need for all that. No need for all that. We need washers like this one. Are you big enough? Yes, you are. Will you sit there like that, like a good boy? I don't know if you will or if you won't. You're pretty loose. There's another bushing. Let me see. Watch your language expel. There. That's not bad, but I'd rather have these. Bam. Bam. You hear that, right? Now if you guys can't see, if you can't see, if you can't see, I know you can't see. You got a burr on you or something, dog? Is that why you're sitting like that? I went to the hardware store to look for gaggles and gaggles of shims and small micro washers. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You're supposed to have everything. This is Ace Hardware. How can Ace Hardware not have what I need? Well, the shim pack's better. The pushback is better. It's not as bad. Pliers. Boom. I could have replaced those bearings while I was in there, guys, but he's just fine. So now all of this stuff has to make its way back in here. Now we're going to keep that in mind about those transmission washers. What time is it? 33 minutes in. Now we got to just put this motor back in and we're done. I really should have changed them bearings, guys. I really should have. I don't even know if I got the right size bearings on here or not. To get that deep in there. So you don't. That was going to bother me. Probably not very many of you. Most of you were going to like, yep, he's going to skip this. He's not going to worry about that shit. Because I don't even know if I got the right bearings in here for this or not. Oh, shit. Okay. These are in here. Sorry if you guys can't see. Okay. Okay, I'll put that on there. And these. Boom. Boom. I thought we had another small one that we set on top of there. Or did we lose that in the mix? I think we lost it in the mix. is not making my life any easier. A little bit better. Okay, there's top, there's bottom. Cool, done. And yeah, I got a lot of bearings that are no good, and some of them are good. And okay, boom. And shove them back down in there. And to be honest, the whole reason I wanted to do this tonight, and I really wasn't feeling like it, because I had some hash browns yesterday and some chocolate pudding, and that is a no-no for me. Took a chance on it, and I'm paying for it today. I've been sick since this morning, since I got up from last night. That's how bad this stuff gets, boys and girls. That's how bad it gets for OG. It makes me sick the next day, still. So, the reason why I wanted to get this done was because I might go run these trucks tomorrow, because the weather's supposed to be not raining, but then it's going to rain for like the next 3 or 4 days, and possibly snow. So I'm thinking, hey, if I can get the problem fixed, I can take him back out there and run him. That's what we're going to try doing right now. Okay. Put this linkage back in here first. Y'all know OG's history with linkage. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Don't need that one, but we're going to need a handheld 3mm, which thought we had a handheld 3mm here. We don't. Why don't we? Okay. Let's get this up in here first. We are 38 minutes in. 40-minute video. Trying. Alright, there we go. Crap. Alright. Are we even close? Yeah, we're not. Actually, not bad. Yeah, move it just a little bit would be nice. You can see how out around that spur gear is. Like I said, anything metal is never true. So, that's a lot. You click it, turn in a quarter turn. Click it, turn in a quarter turn, click it, and you can kind of see how far you gotta go with it, just like that. So we're going to tap. It's still looser than what I'd like. Where's my pinging hammer at? How come it's not here? Where is my pinging hammer? It's not here. That's gonna bother me, because it's not there and it's supposed to be there. My little bitty one with the point on it. my trim hammer. I'm not seeing it. I'm not blind, I don't think. Nope. It is not here. Why would I put that in a box and put it away? It makes no sense to me. There we go. That is perfect. Now, we can tighten this sucker down, and if it doesn't move, that's the secret to success. Okay, I know you guys can't see. Bear with me. So far, so good. That is perfect gear mesh. And this is broken, so we have to refasten all this back down after we get our pile of shop rags back over here again. And we gotta find our hammer. I don't like that, not having my ping hammer. I don't believe I'm having a problem. My OCD's not letting me deal with that guy. There's a tool that's always supposed to be there and it's not there. So I'm looking to see if I might have set it someplace else. And I don't see it, which means it's in that box probably. So we'll be looking for that here real quick, like, because we don't play that game. OG is horrible about change. I do not like change. And you guys just watched me struggle with the last video bad enough trying to get back into the groove from being gone for a little over a month to trying to remember where all my tools were at. That was fun. Okay, there's that. I'll put that in there. Ba-boom. And ba-boom. You can put him there. Put him there. Vice grips go there. And we have should be zip ties right here. Green. Strap him back on here. Like this. I like that just to keep it from flopping around and breaking off. We'll even hold the fuel line up in there. Just like that. Okay. This is the tank that we're going to leave. We're not going to swap them like that. I was going to get all anal retentive about that and put the right ones where they're supposed to go. And I still might do that if I sit here and think about it too long, but it's turning into a mess. So we won't do that. And we are 44 minutes in now. So we are going to pop and pop. And here's the long one. So you go on here. Like I said, what you need in those pliers, crimp and push down. Boom, just like that. And that one goes on here. Boom. And then boom. And a couple body clips. Since we don't have the small ones yet, we have to dig those out. So put the big ones in here, and we don't like that because it sits like that. Okay, we're going to run him through the shock tower, run him back through the shock tower, and he just makes it to the carburetor. So that's good like that. Yeah. Pusher line goes back to the exhaust, and ba-bam, the problem is fixed. One way's tuned up, hot, trot, and ready to rock. Fuel tank's back on, linkage is back on, tools are put away. I can't throw nothing away, you guys know how I am. Put all this back together. We snugged that engine down good enough. We burped it a couple times with the ugga, so we know it's in there tight. Rags go back together. But bam, he is done. Done like dinner. Body's totally just gone. I mean, we might attempt to zip tie this thing back together in one way or another. I don't even know why, but you know, at least we can keep it on there and run it tomorrow. But there we go, boys and girls. Not much talking, just a lot of hustling, and we still took 46 minutes in, so 50-minute video. But another busted fuel tank that we can salvage maybe if we can fix it, but we'll worry about that on a different day. So for right now, we are done with the problem, and we are going to move on to the grubby. We just got to pull the front off the grubby, put the pins back in the A-arms as we pop the bottom one and the top one off when it slid on that wet pavement and caught the fence. So we're going to see if it's still going to hold up. He's still got a solid fuel tank in him. We're going to leave him alone, and he'll be good to go too. So with all that being said, OG's RC is coming at you from the RC corner on a nice, good, old school OG long 46 minutes and 54-second video. Beep! Episode 162. How do we know, guys? Because we got to write stuff down. We are going into 163 next. So with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed what you've seen, please give OG that big thumbs up. Give me that thumbs up. Hit the bell notifications so you know we're in the corner fixing shit. After we break shit out of the lot or wherever we're at, back here getting shit done. Like always, that hasn't changed. Thumbs up, bell notification. Subscribe to the channel. Not already channel subscriber. Join my 760 plus subscribers. You guys are rocking. Love, respect, appreciate each and every one of you. Along with my 6 channel members. God, I love you guys. Respect, appreciate you guys too. Big shout out to everybody that supports the channel. All the comments are awesome. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. And this is OG. And stay tuned. The myth, the legend, the grubster is coming up next. I'll catch you guys soon. Peace.